Hello, everyone. I think let's wait for the attendees to join maybe a minute or two so that everybody gather, and then we can start the webinar. I think everybody's filling up. Let's wait for a little bit more. I actually see some familiar faces for my current clients in the list. We will wait until 35, so 2 more minutes. A lot of our existing clients are here, so I think managing conversations, not just one person's problem, right? Uh, Actually, the webinar only has the speaker have the voice in the webinar for a moment. So if you have any questions, you can show the chat, and then we will collect all of the questions, and then we'll answer at the end. Thank you, George. Okay, so I think we will start today's webinar. So before we get started, let me introduce a bit. This webinar is a bit different than all of the other webinars that we do. We have multiple hosts today. So my name is Esther. I'm the business consultant managers of Rework. And today with me is Amy. Amy is our senior business consultant. And we have other sales team for the support in here to help me answer all of the questions if you need to, if you have. Amy and I have been working with a lot of clients with the sales operation and also our team. So one of the very typical pain points that we have, right? Sorry, Amy. Okay, so one of the typical pain points that a lot of businesses have is where all of the conversations are scattered in different places, and it's extremely hard to track, and it's very hard to turn those conversations into actionable data and information. So we gather all of the feedback from our clients, and then we actually roll out with a new products that target specifically that. So today I will talk about the Prospector, which is our new applications to handle the conversations, right? To turn conversations like this, how to turn conversations like that into actual opportunities. And of course, along the way, if there's any questions, you can feel free to put in the messaging app, messaging inbox, and then we will try to answer everything at the end. Okay. Okay, so let me share my screen and I will start today's webinar. Share. Okay, can everybody see the screen that I'm sharing with the prospectors screen? Okay. So can you see the screen? Is this okay? All right. So let me get started. So in today's world, our clients are demanding more and more every day. And one of the things they demand is instancy. Right? So every day, these days, everyone wants instant. Even if you have a web form for them to fill in the ad, they don't want to do that. They want to chat with you immediately. If you have a customer support portal, they tell them to put the inquiry in here and then I will receive it. Then they just message you instantly. So basically, a lot of information and a lot of your operations actually happens on your chat applications, right? Either is Facebook messengers, Instagram messengers, WhatsApp, or even the chat box within your website. A lot of these conversations are scattered in different channels, handled by different people. And without a way to handle these conversations and turning them into actual actionable data, you risk losing a lot of crucial information in these chat messaging platforms. And the way that we could help our clients to actually manage these kind of valuable chat messaging is to make sure that regardless of where you receive your lead and where your conversations come from, it will be streamlined in a centralized system. Actually, before we even get into this part, I want to zoom out for a little bit. There's a lot of ways that you can create lead within your business, right? You can run the advertisements and they fill in the web form, right? You have in your maybe as simple as a Google form or a more advanced a CRM system. Or you can get the lead from the conversations, right? From the WhatsApp chats, from Facebook messengers when you run the advertisements. So in today's section, we will focus mostly on the leads coming from the messaging app, and then how to connect them all in the later pipeline. So within the messaging app, if you want to actually every single lead that coming into your pipeline with this messaging funnel is going to go through this 4 main stage. So the first stage is you have to capture it, right? It will be in different channels, right? It will be from different conversations. How do you capture everything in one system? The second thing is about response. Now, after you capture all of these conversations, all of these inquiries, either it's the sales inquiries or it's the customer support inquiries, how do you manage to respond, having a response playbook so that all of your customers are responded on time, and it takes the least amount of effort within your team. And then after that, you need to nurture it. because 90% of the inquiries coming in, they're gonna take more time, right? Need more time. So if you don't have a nurturing playbook that you can do, it means that you lose 90% of these leads coming and going. Right? The warm leads from last week is going to turn cold and become obsolete if you don't have this nurturing system. And then last but not least is about converting. After the leads coming in, after you qualify, after they become an opportunity, right? How to convert them into actual usable data, or even convert them into sales order that you can handle later on outside of the messaging app. So all of this, that is where our prospector application come in as part of the CRM ecosystem that we already have to take care of, what I say, a later part, right? After you have the lead and convert them. So today, before I go into the system, because I think the system is just as good as the problems that we solve. So based on some of the insights that we have with working with our clients, I'm going to show you some of the typical problems that you might have. And actually, might be the time where you can maybe reflect upon your own business to see whether you also have this kind of problems. And if you do, then stay tuned, because at the end, I will show you the Prospector application within the Rework CRM ecosystem. And then we will see how the Prospector application is going to solve these problems. Okay, so now the problems will go through in each of these stages where the lead coming into your pipeline. So the first stage is capturing. So with the stage of capturing, what is the most painful thing about you as the business owner or as the sales manager? Actually, even before you read through all my text, you can see there's a very nightmare scenario here with the crack, right? Where your lead is actually falling into. That is actually where the most painful for each of the business is coming from. You spend so much money on your marketing, right? You spend money on your sales team going on these field sales to get these conversations going. But after the conversations are appearing in the chat, you have no way to see if they are well taken care of. If you have all of these conversations with a lot of volume coming in, so the lead can sit idly in your multiple places and you don't know if there's any action taken. And even if your team is very dedicated, right? If they have to switch different channels, you have clients on Facebook, you have clients on Instagram, you have clients on WhatsApp, you have clients on your website. So your sales team actually need to log in, log out, switching channels, and that's increase the risk of they miss the following ups. Also, now, what is the nightmare of a business owner? Which is that you spend all those money for a lead to have a conversation, and then you assign to a person, and then you just stop seeing it, right? The visibility stops after you assign the lead to a salesperson. So basically, all of this, there's a very simple answer to it, which is you capture them in one place. And then you can have the visibility on all of them, and all of them is connected, to your sales team and go back to a report, right? So you have the full visibility on the capturing. Right, I will show you exactly how we do that in the Prospector application, and stay tuned to that. So basically, after you capture, right, the most painful thing is how to get your money's worth, how to capture all of the data that you have spent the money on. So after you capture, the second nightmare happens, which is the response. Now, when the response time comes in, the first instant rule, and actually there's a research on that, which is 73% of your clients, if they are not taken care of within a hot period of time, they will go away and never come back. So basically, when responses are slow, you immediately lose the contact. So one of the most challenging thing when businesses happen in a lot of in a lot of messaging platform is making sure that you have the mechanism to respond immediately to your clients. Because if the replies aren't instant, like I said from the beginning, right? Everybody demands instant in this world. So if the replies aren't instant, you risk losing the client. So the situation is you need to figure out a way to respond instantly, either by AI or you have a mechanism where you assign the lead automatically. All of that we will solve within our Prospector application also. Another thing, just from the specific perspective of the managers, because I see there's a lot of business owner and managers joining. Also, I see some similar faces I work with. I do know that a lot of my clients are always wondering if the clients are being responded well or not, right? Because they can't see and they can't intervene on any of the conversations. So they can't see where's the bottleneck or who's drowning inside of the sales team. Okay. So that's some of the problems with response. Now, after you respond, so all of these initial conversations happen, and again, most of the leads will need more time. So you need to have a nurturing playbook for this, or else the warm leads from last week are forgotten. Even just a couple of days ago, if it have no activities within a couple of days, mostly it will be at the end of the scrolling. So you and your team, nobody even think about that lead anymore. But they are still a very potential pool that you just can't afford to not tap into. Okay. Also for the nurturing, there's another problem, which is priority. If you don't have a priority system within your messaging app, then actually the hot leads still waiting and the reps still chase all of the dead ends. So if you can prioritize, that is very hard to have a good nurturing system. And one of the most typical pain point of the sales rep themselves is that they cannot care for too many clients at once. Everybody just have about 8 hours a week, right? You spend a lot on, some maybe an hour for lunch. So you only have a limited amount of time every week. So you cannot expect your salesperson to actually care for thousands of the conversations or hundreds of the conversations. So having a nurturing system that either help you to tailor your priority or having some automatic system is going to help you make sure that you have all of the clients that need more time. So last but not least is about conversion. So conversion is mostly about the data. Conversations is just conversations if you cannot translate them into usable data. Data can lost in a lot of transition places. So for example, your marketing team, right? They run so hard, they run these marketing campaigns and they want to know whether the lead coming in is actually good leads or not. In the advertisement system, they only know the number of quantity, the quantity of leads coming in, but they don't know if, with the same amount of number, if this campaign is actually yielding more qualified lead. So they don't have a system of feedback like that. So when the conversations come in, we need to be able to turn that into usable database. And another thing is what was said in the chat never usually make it into the record. It's a lot of information, crucial information about the clients, about the products staying in the chat, even about the inquiries, about the feedback problems are in the chat. So, without a proper system, all of that information goes to waste and buried in the chat. So there's a lot of data loss in transition, either from interested lead to marketing or interested lead to opportunities to sales order. And we will show you how to manage all of that also. Okay, so now I'm going to show you exactly how are we going to handle each of these parts within our Prospector applications. And then first I will do a sum up. And after my part, Amy, our business consultant, is actually giving you some realistic insights on how actual businesses are using the Prospectors applications like this for their sales operation. Okay, so the first part is about capturing. So when it comes to capturing, the main point here is capturing from the source, meaning that if you have different places where you handle your lead, you have your message, you have your conversations in your website inquiries, you have your conversation in your WhatsApp, in your messengers, in your Instagram, in your actual SMS, in your Zalo, Vietnamese applications, or some other places that you can synchronize. So basically, there are conversations from different places. So the first thing that we do as the prospector applications is connecting where all of the conversations happen, so that at the end of the day, as a business owner, as a management, even as a salesperson, you will have this view, this centralized view of all of the conversations that are happening within your business. So here you can see this is the conversations coming from WhatsApp, but also some conversation from the web inquiries, from Facebook, right, from Instagram. So all of these conversations, regardless of where it comes from, it will be centralized in one place. So as a manager, you have the full visibility. So after you centralize all of the conversations in one place, you basically just assign different people to take care of it. And actually, this will be part of the second part that I want to talk about, which is about response. The first part of responding is about having the person to respond to it. So your clients might text you, right, at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. So maybe you will hire some salesperson at that time, but maybe your operation will just do 9 to 5. So you will have these black boxes where you don't have the conversation. You don't have the sales rep ready. So in our system, we could help you have some functions, which is our AI function, where you can actually assign the conversations. Oh, sorry. Let me show you the AI function. Give me just 1 second to open the right part. Okay, so now in order to make sure that your clients are responded immediately, instantly, right? The word that everybody wants currently. If it's outside of the work hours or even within the work hours, you can have an AI assistant within our platform to actually, you can guide, you can give them knowledge base, you can explain to it the context and what they need to ask to gather more information and to guide the clients. So basically, you will have an instant messaging replies to your clients, and after that, depending on whether the need fit, or you can set up different triggers. After that, after the AI take care of the client instantly, you can start assigning them to different sales reps based on the information that you actually gather. So for example, after this is just some technical setup in the end so that you can see the mechanism of how we can set up. So for example, when an AI have done their work, right, have do all of the initial qualifications, they will assign to a person, a salesperson. And you might have more than one salesperson taking care of different clients, right? Maybe depending on the areas, or maybe you just do it equally. So basically, based on the conversations, based on the information that we can gather from the clients, we can actually assign to different person. Let's say that we have a person interested in a specific product. It will assign to my salesperson Hazel here. But if it's another product, right, cosmetic, instead of lens care, it will be assigning to Dolly. These kind of assignment method make sure that immediately your client will be responded, and then it will be routed to the right person immediately. There's no need for a person in between, like to wake up and then to check the spreadsheet and then to send the number to another person. to actually assign them. And then after assigning, you actually don't have any trackability on that lead. So with the prospector applications, we do everything automatically. And actually, the cherry on top is that once you have this kind of automation set up, you can actually do more than just assigning. You can actually have your own standard. This will increase the competitiveness within your sales team. Now, for example, I have a standard where I want my clients to be responded within 5 minutes. I just don't want my clients to wait too long. So within 5 minutes after my client is assigned to Hazel, now we can set up a rule where if Hazel is not responding within 5 minutes, then it will be assigning and escalating to another person, which is Dolly. After Dolly, maybe within 3 minutes, not having any response, it will go to maybe another person, Patrick. So this makes sure that you can keep the standard of response to all of your clients, right? Making sure that when the lead is hot, definitely somebody needs to answer them to make sure that that lead do not go to waste. Just sum up a bit, how we do that is two things. First is about AI coming in and responding immediately, qualifying the client. After AI qualifying, you assign to a salesperson with the standard that you want in terms of response time, in terms of specifics, characteristic of the client assigned to different person. Okay, so that makes sure that the client is responded within a standard response time, making sure that the hot leads stay hot and you tackle them immediately when it's hot. Okay, so that is one of the playbook, but of course, some of the clients we have, for example, in various states, right? Very specific clients, they don't want to have AI qualifying in the beginning. So we can actually set up a rules without AI to go to the salesperson. Depending on your need, when we talk with you, we might have some playbooks and use case that we can recommend, or you tell us. The idea here is flexibility, right? Once you have this kind of tool, you can set up the standard as you want and the playbook as you want to make sure that the response time is as low as possible. All right, so after you respond to your clients, the next thing is about nurturing. Hey, so there are two things that we need to do on nurturing. Let me go back to my conversations here. Two types. At the end of the day, there are just two types of nurturing that you can do. The first thing is your cherry pick tailored follow-up. So you have these hot leads, right, that are very close to buying, and you want to make sure that you following up with them as closely as possible, right? These are your most potential clients. So of course, you need to tailor your messages to them. But another thing is, how about the 80% or 90%, the rest of the leads that are just scrolling, that are just on the bottom of your scroll. So that's the second type of nurturing, which is the kind of presence nurturing, where you touch mass volume and you keep presence until when they have the actual need, or when the timing is right, they know that, oh, there's a person called Esther from Rework that provide this kind of service to the clients, and they will contact you. So two kinds of nurturing, either tailored, cherry pick, or you can do it in the mass volume nurturing playbook. So I show you how to do that when we have a system like this. Now, the difference is not only that you have all of the conversations in one place, not only that you can assign each conversation to each team member so that you can track accountability, right? But after you have the conversations already assigned to a person, you can actually start playing with some playbooks here. For example, I have this clients and I label them hot. You can choose different kind of labels that you can tag your clients, so that you can actually filter these conversations out about all of your cherry picked. Actually, this is also helpful with the mass volume following up pipeline, and I will show you just a little bit. So after you label your clients, now you may have the filter, right? Of which of your clients are hot or unqualified or following up, or you're following up. So let's say you have this client, so you actually can filter them out to see of all of these thousands of conversations that you have, which conversations are actually most potential. Okay? So you can actually basically just go one by one and then saying, okay, so for example, I filter the labels as hot like this. Okay, this conversation is not assigned to me, so I just go to my assign. So basically, you have a list of hot conversations, and you just go one by one, and touching all of them to make sure that all of your hottest lead does not go to waste. Okay, so after that, you will have also the 90%, right? The hundreds of conversations that you cannot touch personally like this. So what do? What you do is you will have a part that we set up for mass conversations. If you use WhatsApp Business, you might know this function about WhatsApp, which is WhatsApp broadcasting. But for all of you who doesn't know, WhatsApp broadcasting is meaning that you have the capability to send mass template message to 256 contacts per day. Right? That is the default. That is a default number. So in the WhatsApp business application, you can actually do this manually, right? Picking one by one the kind of volume, the kind of context that you want to send the broadcast to. But with our system, I think there are two things that is the most different. The first thing is not only that you can set up, of course, the broadcasting schedule like this. You pick your template, right? But actually, you can choose within your conditions, right? For example, you have your label of hot. So you only want to send this broadcasting to the hot context, or you only want to send the broadcasting, so the massive template to maybe clients in the construction industries. So basically, you can use these filters that we can customize for you in the solution to tailor the mass message to a certain segment of clients. Now, for example, for us, we work with a lot of clients in construction materials businesses, and the end of the Lunar New Year, the Chinese New Year, is the very busy time of them. So what we do is we just segment the industry as construction business, and then we will send a mass template to tell them about some of the promotions we have, or target the pain points of handling massive orders at one time, right? So basically, this will make sure that even this is a mass template, it still can be tailored to specific a customer segment. Okay, so after you send all of these mass messaging, maybe announce you have a new product, maybe announce you have a new promotion, send some mass, even happy Monday for all of your most important clients. You will have, of course, the report getting back about how well this message of yours are doing, how many actually view, send, and read. Okay, the second thing that this kind of technology will do for you, different than you just using your regular phone to do, is about the scalability of your contact list. Now in Meta, and this will get a little bit technical, but I think when you work with mass volume like this, this is very, very valuable insight. So when you deal with WhatsApp broadcasting, sending mass messages like this to your clients, one of the things about using your phone is you only have 256 contacts that you can send per day, right? Messages that you can send per day. So that is an unchangeable number, right? You pick your pick, right? 256. But if you do it within a system like this, what happened is the system will use the quality of your Meta business account. So actually over time, if your Meta business account is getting more credibility, right? Specifically how Meta does that, maybe we can get into that in another section. But if you have more and more credibility, right? Your business account is stronger, then it can get to thousands of allowed message every single day. Okay? So with the phone, you only have a one set a number that you can send, but with the broadcasting in the CRM system like this, like in our Prospector applications, you can actually multiply it, and based on your account strength, you can send thousands of message per day. Of course, given the condition. Okay, so sum up a bit about the nurturing. Two main playbooks. The first playbook is about prioritizing, right? Always know which clients that you want to prioritize by labels or by any kind of customized field that you want to input in. And then of course tailor the conversations. But also about the mass nurturing messaging that you can send, scalable and with customizable customer segment that you can set up within the system. All right, so last but not least, after you nurture all of this relationship, now it's time to get the result back, right? You want to, if this actually a good conversations and actually become a sales orders, you will have information on this chat that you need to hand off to your sales team, right? Or even you need to have all of the data about the client in one place yourself, so that you can actually have your own database. As a business owner, a lot of these conversations like this, you buy with money, right? You buy with the marketing campaign budget. You buy with paying your salesperson to go to get this context. So you want all of this to be actually in a usable database. So how do we do that? We get back into the conversations. So maybe you have seen it. I haven't talked about this, but you can see the difference between a regular messaging app, right? Usually you only have these two columns, right? Where you have all of the conversations and you have the options to text. So this is your regular view. But with an applications like this, what happened is you will have the information field right next to that client, so that you can enrich along the way. In this, we have now, first of all, we have the AI summary of all of the things that you have said in the conversations. As a manager, as a business owner, if you want to spot check the conversations that your sales team are having, right, you can go in, not only can see how many conversations the salesperson are handling, but also have the summary of what have been talked about in the conversations regarding of how long it is. After you have that summary, you will have the details of the information. Maybe some of you have used the run advertisement, maybe on Meta, right? You might have the Meta business account or Meta business suite. So basically it will have some similar layout like this, where you can actually maybe change the label of some of the clients. However, when we talk about data, it's all about the depth of that data. Right? Meaning that in our system, you can actually customize all of the data that you want, right? Like I said, for example, this client is from the industry of constructions, right? I could input that in here. Or this client is interested in which products, right? I could actually input it here. All of these conversations can be either just a regular drop down, or it can be connected to a database that you have, the database of your products, the database of your industries that you tackle. So basically, the depth of the data here is what I want to focus on. And also after these conversations, you can set up different reports. Okay. Now, for example, I have these conversations. You can see there's an at label in here. Now, that means that these conversations actually came from a meta ad. Okay? This is also one kind of data that you can get from the system. The conversations are actually coming from which marketing campaigns. Okay, let's go back to the conversations. So with all of that information, right, enrich more and more along the way that you talk to the clients. Now, if they actually want to place a sales order, or they are very interested, but you need to nurture them in different ways, right? Maybe not just WhatsApp, right? Maybe emails. Maybe you want to do the sales visit. So all of that you handle in the next part of the sales pipeline, which is another part of the CRM system. This is just the beginning part. But after that, you can actually translate this contact into actual database, conversations into actual database that you can use. You click one button like this, and then you can choose what kind of database that you want these conversations with all of the information that we just enriched to go to. It can be just a regular lead, regular lead list, right? So you have all of the context information in one place, but it also can do directly into an order, become a sales order, and having all of the inquiries in the trackable pipeline, right? Or if you work B2B like myself and my team, is a very long sales process that we do. So that means, and also there's a lot of upsells and cross sales opportunities, right? So we do maybe in the B2B sales pipeline. So basically you can set up this pipeline, and then you click one button, and all of the information about this client will go directly to to that pipeline. I'll show you exactly how that looks like. So after you, maybe I do it already. So I create this lead. Maybe I go to the B2B, lead B2C. Okay, I save it. Okay. So actually you see this lead will go into my lead B2C pipeline. When I click on it, it will show, right, all of the information about this lead, right, going into my database. And each of course, the conversations like this will have their own data. So this is the list of leads, right? I'll show you, probably this one is easier to see. Okay, so when you have this lead coming in, right, you click that button, and the information of the conversations that you enriched so far go into your actual usable database. And in this database, it's not just the lead coming from the messaging applications, messaging platform, but it can also be the lead coming from the web form, right? Or your current database, or even from the web form from your meta ad, right? So this is where we centralize actually the lead coming from the prospector applications, but also if you run advertisement, all centralized in one place. Right? If you throw events and you have registers, the lead will also come from this place. So all of your lead coming inside the CRM platform, centralized in one single source. And of course, you have the original source information. Right? This lead is come from the WhatsApp, but this lead it come from the meta advertisement. That will give you all the insight that the marketing need to make sure that they can fine tune their marketing campaigns, or knowing which channel is actually generating the most qualified lead. Okay, so so that will actually go back to the to maybe the original point that I want to do. Making sure that you can convert all of the conversations into usable data. Right? Just to sum up what I have said so far, I think it's all come down to one thing. We want to make sure that all of your leads, if they message you, right, either for sales inquiries or customer support, it doesn't wait, right? You can respond immediately, And then you can get all of that information into a usable database, because your leads don't wait. They only move on to your competitors, right? We don't want that to happen. So far what I have shown you is the entire lead journey, right? And how we handle that, from capturing to responding to nurturing and to converting, to take care even in more in later pipeline, and to give the feedback even back to the marketing campaigns. Okay, so that's my part. I think so far there's a lot of theories, right? There's a lot of I think a theoretical talk going on. But actually, within our experience in working with our clients, specifically in the messaging applications like this, we do collect a lot of insights, valuable insights that are very specific to handling leads through messaging app like this. Of course, when we partner together, that is all of the knowledge that we will share with all of our clients to make sure that you can efficiently handle your sales in this way, in this messaging channel way. But also, why not share some of the insight with you, right? Since you're here, and we're very grateful. So actually, Amy, our business consultant, is going to share some of the insights that she has on the WhatsApps, on the messaging platforms like this, so that you can hear some of the stories, and if you think anything is relevant, you can ask. So I will.
Okay, can everyone hear me? Thank you, Esther, so much for the detailed walkthrough, and also share a lot of insightful information of our Prospector apps application. And I believe that many of you here are using WhatsApp as your main channels of getting leads and receiving orders, and keeping connected to your with your clients. So today I think that I will dive deeper a bit and share with you some insights that we have worked with other businesses that same with you. They're using WhatsApp as their main channel today. So I think that before I share further insight, maybe I have a quick question for you guys. Maybe can you give me more understanding that are you using like WhatsApp business app or WhatsApp API in your company right now? Maybe Esther, can you share the question so that everyone can vote that? Okay. So can you see the poll? Yes. So can you see the poll right now? Like maybe I think that maybe some of you guys like very familiar with all the term here, like WhatsApp business app or WhatsApp API, or maybe personal WhatsApp. You don't use WhatsApp at all. Yeah. Or you're not sure. So maybe you can just click here, and then I can see some insight. Yeah, I think maybe we have an answer already, right? Yes. So I think that from the answer that I see here, that maybe like I think most of you are starting with the WhatsApp business app. Yeah, I can see here like 53% of you are using WhatsApp business app. So I think maybe let me share my screen a bit, then I can start. Yeah. I hope that you are seeing my screen right now. Okay. Okay. So I think first of all, most of the business that I have worked with, they are using the WhatsApp business app. I think it's very simple. It's like your personal WhatsApp, but a more upgraded version. And it's free, very easy to set up. And you can set up like some automation to reply to your clients also. While most of the time, you can remain your personal touch with your clients that you are texting with. And I think that is very good start for a solo founders or a very small teams that handle low volume of inquiries per day. But I think when it comes to scale, maybe the WhatsApp business app can get some blocks because you have limited to 5 devices, and and you have to share all the data with your team. No data security when everyone in the team could access with all the conversation. And yes, it's no proper team assignment, and maybe some lists could be forgotten as there's the situation of many businesses that I have worked with, and there's no CRM integration and AI chatbot in your WhatsApp business app that you can set up. And even that you try to send bulk broadcast or bulk templates to a mass volume, you may risk to being blocked. Actually, before my account was blocked so many times because I needed to like reach out to about even like 20 or 30 leads clients per day. And yes, I need to keep following up with them every day. So I have been blocked many times in the WhatsApp business app. So yes, if you are a micro micro business, or you are handling like low volume of inquiries, I think the WhatsApp business app is enough. But you have multiple agents, or you have like daily inbound lists that coming in is a mass volume, maybe you will outgrow it very quickly. So the second option here that many businesses choosing right now is the WhatsApp Business API. So I think simply this is the enterprise version of WhatsApp Business app. So simply that you can connect your WhatsApp business to a third party CRM like the Prospector that Esther have shared with you, or even some other provider. And so it will help you solve the problems when scaling. So the advantage of this option is you have the workplace, you have the workspace for all the team inbox, and you don't have the limit of the sales agents. So you can set up workflow automation and AI chatbot, as Esther has shared with you earlier. And the API can help you connect with the CM platform, you can connect with the sales funnels. So, but however, when moving from the WhatsApp business app to a WhatsApp API, you need to consider something. That is the insight that I wanted to share with you. So first of all, maybe you will lose all the previous conversation, or you need to have another like a new phone number so that you can connect with the WhatsApp API. And second of all, the meta will limit your reaching out to your clients after 24 hours of the last message that the clients text you. So I think for the clients, for everyone that have using the WhatsApp API, you may understand this situation. So simply that if you are using WhatsApp API, you cannot freely text your clients. And after 24 hours, you may need to send them the template that been approved by Meta. And of course, most of the templates will be charged. And I think many SMEs will find it like quite annoyed by that actually. So the WhatsApp API is very powerful, but might be complicated and not friendly. And I think the WhatsApp API might be more suitable for the large enterprise. So the gap here is maybe the WhatsApp business app is too small that you cannot scale, but the API feels like too big and might be more complicated. So most of the SME don't want to choose between them. to choose between being personal with your clients, with order message, or being scalable. So that's why we have a solution for that. That is the WhatsApp co-assistant. Actually, this solution is very new technology, and it is also how we are building our solution, our prospectors right now. So simply, the WhatsApp co-assistance means you can both utilize the power of the team inbox, the automation, the AI chatbot, the CRM integration. Meanwhile, you can still use the WhatsApp app very flexible as usual. Like you can still keep all the message history. You don't have to change your number, or you don't have the 24 hours limit of texting your client. So I think this solution is the balanced one. First of all, you control the cost, right? So for example, the message that you send manually from the WhatsApp app stay free. And when you want to like send the mass volume, you want to send by automation or something, you may send to the WhatsApp API. Yeah, and so that means it is free for support and personal touch, but it paid only for the scalable growth. So the second thing is about being personal and being scalable. So for example, when you are using the WhatsApp co-assistant like Prospector here, so you mean that your sales team could keep their phones, could keep like using their phone, keep replying naturally and build relationship with your clients, with all the inquiries that you have handled. While in the WhatsApp API, the API can sync all the conversation into the Prospector application. AI can help you qualify the list. You can set up automation to follow up with the mass volume, and the broadcast can reach like thousands or unlimited broadcast. So the idea here, we wanted to say is your team could focus on the quality conversation and closing the deal, of course, while the application can help you handle the large volume. So I think the WhatsApp co-assistant, it may be the best for the SME clients, for the growing sales teams and the companies that want automation, but you still want to keep your human touch. So maybe a bit closing and summary. When it comes to WhatsApp as your main channel, you may consider three things. First of all, you are using the business app. It's very good for starting and for a very small business. The WhatsApp API, the second option, very good for like big enterprise. And maybe the option here for is could be the best for growing business and for SME is WhatsApp co-assistant. And WhatsApp co-assistant is exactly how we are building our software, how we are building our solution, the Prospector apps, to help you with that. So I think that if you are curious how your company could utilize a solution like that, we would love to discuss and brainstorm more with you and share some best practice, of course. And feel free to give us all the questions in the chat box here. And if you want, we could support you doing the trial also.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Amy, for all of the valuable insights. I think that's the beauty of having more and more clients, and then you have more and more use cases, and that will also enhance our knowledge and also make sure that we can support our clients a little bit easier. Okay, so with all of the information that we shared, we do have a because I think I'm 1 minute over our webinar, so I think I will be quick. So of all of the information so far, we will note down all of the questions, and we will answer any other questions and reach out to you directly if we haven't get the chance to answer yet. But within this webinar, as I promised, we do offer a 1 month free trial for all of the clients here that wish to test out our solutions, right? We're also very open to talk with you to specifically go in depth about your current operation, your current way that you are using the chat platforms, and then we can brainstorm together whether this is helpful, right? So regardless, let us know if you want to have this free trial. You can click yes right in your in the poll right now, and then we will reach out to you personally. I will leave maybe a minute for everybody to fill in the poll, and then everybody that want to explore more, we will reach out to you personally after. Okay, so 10 more seconds for the poll. Okay, so maybe we start with 1 month first, and if there's any question that within that 1 month that you cannot answer, then maybe we can discuss. Usually for our clients, it's very straightforward. When you work with a system like this, you have certain checkboxes that you and the team already need. So we tick the checkbox for you within that 1 month. Okay, so let me end the poll. We have the information. Okay, so we have the information, and we will reach out to you after the webinar. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining the webinar today. I hope that we will open more and more webinar on this specific topic, right? Because there's a lot of, I think there's a lot of people right now interested in this topic. And when we gather more insight, maybe we can have another webinar to share just about the insight. Okay, thank you, everyone. Yes, thank you. So it's very nice to see you today, and okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, bye-bye. Hope to see you in the next webinar.
Thank you, everyone.
Wait.